All right, guys. Doing no music, no anything. We're just getting straight into this because it's gotten really active, really fast out here. So let's see here. Yep, we are live. We are live. We are live. All right. I'm about to put this right here. Yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna put this on charger. Like I said, apologies for being late. I literally had to delay it. Had to eat dinner. Had to eat dinner real fast. But it is getting really active out there already. We're already having a major outbreak unfolding. Boom, boom. There we go. All right, y'all. So right now, currently, we have 7 different tornado warnings, and 2 of those are PDS warned already. So just let you guys know that now, there's already multiple PDS tornado warnings that's ongoing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sound the alarm right now. We're gonna sound the alarm because we're gonna let everybody know that there is multiple PDS tornado warnings ongoing right now as we speak. Let's start with this one. Is you have a considerable damage threat tag. This is radar indicated, so it's not on the ground. But if this thing does, oh well, now it's saying it is on the ground. Damaging tornado. But it's saying radar indicated, so I'm not sure. Either way, it's a PDS tornado warning. You need to be in shelter regardless whether it's on the ground or not. This one is on the ground. Ooh, sorry. This one is on the ground though. This one is 100% on the ground, doing big damage right now in areas north and east of Clarksville. This went through the town of Clarksville, actually. Like I said, I've been keeping an eye on these storms ever since, it went through Clarksville. Still, significant storms right here. I mean, I'm telling you, if this storm right here near Talco, I think is how you say it, touches down, this is going to produce a very large and dangerous tornado. That's why the PDS warning tag is on this storm right here. Like I said, it is getting really active out there right now. There's just a lot of tornado warnings, a lot of tornadoes in general happening right now. There's already been a couple. I mean, there's a huge area of rotation. Let me use the Dallas Fort Worth area or radar. Oh yeah, that's not good. We're gonna use the radar scoped radar. Yeah, we're gonna Here's what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch these radars over. I'm gonna use the radar scope radar for right now. I'm gonna keep using it. But like I said, right now we have multiple significant storms and significant tornadoes ongoing right now. Like I said, this is your area of rotation right here. This is a particularly dangerous situation ongoing right now. I mean, this is shakes. Yeah, that is a classic hook signature if you ask me right here. If there were to be a tornado on the ground, it will be right in there. There could be a debris signature, possibly. I mean, we could check the velocities. That's your velocity right there. I'm not seeing any debris with this, which is a good thing, but still a very dangerous storm. I mean, you have a very clear inflow notch going into the storm. You have your RFD kicking in from behind it, right in the middle of your rotation. It's going to be moving up to the north and east, south and south of Idabel, Oklahoma. So if you're in Idabel, Oklahoma, you guys need to be in shelter right now. You guys are under a tornado warning. Now, Talco, you are under a PDS tornado warning as well. A considerable damage threat tag is with this one. So you got to be in shelter. You got to be in the safe spots. I mean, this is a large mesocyclone rotating right over Talco, and is going to be moving up to the north and east towards Avery and DeKalb. So if you guys are in those areas, you need to be in shelter right now because possibly a significant tornado could touch down here at any moment. At any moment, by the way. So we got to take these storms seriously. Now let's move down to the other storms. These storms are not confirmed, but that could easily change. Actually, this one is confirmed, actually. Sorry, this one is confirmed. So there is a tornado on the ground near Mineola. Then there's one, yeah, the same storm. It's going to be moving up to the north and east towards, or north of Lindale, moving right towards, like I said, Mineola, Holly Lake Ranch, Quitman, and places further on is like Winsboro, Pittsburgh, Rocky Mound, and Dangerfield and Mount Pleasant. Those areas you got to be on high alert because you have a potentially a tornado on the ground doing damage right now. Big supercell thunderstorm, probably the strongest supercell of the day so far. That's going to be moving up to the north and east towards these areas. So we are at 7 tornado warnings right now currently, if I'm not mistaken. We're down to 6 now, but still, that's still quite a lot to start with. Like I said, I know I'm a little late to stream. But it's okay. Like I said, I'm still here to cover everything. But yeah, it's getting quite literally really active out there already. And we also have another tornado warning. Let me not forget about this one either. Over here, and I think this is Kentucky. Yeah, this is Kentucky. This is for Hopkinsville, or south and west of Hopkinsville at least. We have a nasty supercell thunderstorm there, Cadiz, and that's going to be moving up to the north of Lafayette and Kentucky. I have an area of rotation right there, so we got to keep in mind about that storm. This is right next to the radar, by the way, too, so we got to watch out for that, for a potential tornado there. Let's go back down here to Texas, though, because Texas is lighting up with tornado warnings. So like I said, this is just the beginning of what's to come of a extremely active day. I mean, we're not even in. I mean, if you go over here, we don't even have. We're having storms fire up in this area, by the way, in Arkansas. This is like the main area. It's like this area right here. This area is at risk for significant long track tornadoes today. Once again, like I said, this has been a long week, very tiring week as well. But this is another day of possibly significant long track tornadoes. And the storms we got to watch very carefully is these storms right in here. And even these storms back here, too, that are already tornado warned in Texas. Those storms need to be watched very carefully because they have the greatest potential to produce a strong long track tornado today. In the moderate risk area. Like I said, if you guys are wondering what's the main risk areas, what states are in the main risk area, if you look at the top of the screen right there, you can see there's a moderate risk, and it shows what states are in the moderate risk, which is going to be Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. You're in the majority of the moderate risk, and a little bit of Missouri. So if you're in those areas, you guys are in a moderate risk of severe weather, so you need to be weather aware today, because you can see significant tornadoes when with these storms today. So we gotta keep this in mind. You already have a rotating thunderstorm right here near Hot Springs, Arkansas. These storms have the potential, like I said, this is already spinning. This is not even a fully developed supercell thunderstorm, and it's already spinning in the atmosphere. So yeah, tornado possible with this one. Don't be surprised if they issue a tornado warning with this one in the future, because this storm at some point is going to become a major supercell that may drop a major tornado at some point. So we got to watch out for areas like Perryville, Apelio, Morrilton, I think that's how you say it, Adona, Casa, Hot Springs Village. I mean, you guys need to watch out because this storm is definitely a very potent one at that. Moving up to the north and east, that could potentially cause a pretty significant tornado. So we got to really take this seriously, y'all. Let's go back down here to Texas, because Texas is, like I said, lighting up right now. You have multiple strong tornadoes and tornadoes on the ground at the same time over here in Texas. So we got to be careful and cover these ones and help you guys out get through these storms. So as of right now, did they drop a warning? No, they didn't. Okay. Yeah, as of right now, there's still a PDS tornado warning up here. Not confirmed yet, but like I said, if it gets itself together, it may wind up producing a strong tornado here in the matter of time. No longer multiple PDS warnings. There's only one PDS now, which is the good thing. Let's go. Boom. Change that. We have one PDS warning now, which is still unfortunate, but I mean, at least it's not on the ground, is what they're saying. It could possibly be. Not yet, at least. Hopefully, it doesn't drop on the ground anytime soon. I mean, this is a pretty big area, a pretty big velocity couplet area, if you ask me. This is a very tight area of rotation. This could definitely cause a significant tornado here at a matter of time. And this will be moving up to the north and east towards Avery and DeKalb. So if you guys are in those areas, please be in shelter and just get ready to experience a very strong storm here in a moment. Yeah, it's coming for you guys. It's a big storm. Potentially could drop a big time tornado here in the future. So we got to watch this. This is going to be the west of Texarkana, by the way. Moving into Arkansas, literally. It's moving into Arkansas or Oklahoma into Arkansas. So this is going to be a pretty big storm, and it's going to be a pretty long-lived storm as well too. Would you get your braids? I got my braids last week, I'm pretty sure. Texas storm might be starting to rotate. Yeah, all the Texas storms are rotating. All of them are. They've already dropped multiple tornadoes, including strong ones already. These storms wasted no time to produce tornadoes, significant ones at that. So we really got to be weather aware of this, because it's already producing strong long track tornadoes. Not long track, but definitely strong tornadoes already. Lindell thinks. Lindell, is that how you say it? Lindell? Lindell. Where's Lindell at? Lindell, yeah, Lindell, Texas. right over here. It is rotating in Lindell, Texas. You see Mineola. That's where your rotation would be at, right over here. You may have another area of rotation over here as well too, but I'm not sure if that's producing anything. But yeah, Lindell, Texas, you guys are under a tornado warning, so be in shelter now. Big supercell thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, maybe even a big tornado at some point in the future. Keep this pushing through. Like I said, you have multiple areas of circulations along this big cluster of severe thunderstorms and this tornadic supercells and stuff too. Man, this is gonna be a long stream. All right, let's go to Little Rock, Arkansas. Let's see what's going on with this storm, because this storm needs to be watched carefully for potentially a strong tornado in the near future. I mean, you still have an area of rotation right over here. Let's look this out. This is an area of rotation right here that we got to watch very carefully here. I was just wondering about that. That one, yeah. That storm is definitely trying to produce over there. All right, if it already hasn't, it is producing. But yeah, Big Hook signature near Piney, west of Hot Springs, going into Mountain Pine, Fountain Lake, Hot Springs Village, and more places at that too. Okay, so far I think they dropped a lot of the warnings, which is, yeah, they're down to 3 warnings now, so things are calming down a little bit, which is good because we don't need anything to get ultra active in some areas. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be live for. I'm probably going to be live for a little bit here, covering these storms for you guys. But I'm going to go live until until like I literally I'm struggling to be awake or something. It's a big area of rotation right there. All right. Yep. Check these storms out. Yeah, these storms are going to be some big storms. We could actually switch here. Yeah, I'm probably going to use radar maker for the rest of the thing. I just want to use radar scope there for a moment. Still PDS warn tornado. Big area of rotation. Still on the ground with this one right here. Back up to 4 tornado warnings now. Also, my my tornado warning alert system is not working again, so that's awesome. All right, let's see if that works now. Like I said, that radar or the thing's not working to alert me if there's another tornado warning or not. So if you guys are just tuning in right now, by the way, where's your friend at? He was storm chasing yesterday. I didn't go live yesterday because I didn't think the live stream was worthy of a live stream because there was no really big time significant tornadoes in these areas. So that's why I didn't go live yesterday for those storms because there were no big time tornadoes happening in these areas. It's a confirmed tornado in northern Texas. Yes, I did see that. I was covering that. The newest one up here, I'm gonna read these counties out to you guys. The newest tornado warning is for McCurtain County in Texas, or Oklahoma. Sorry, southeastern parts of Oklahoma until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So if you guys live up here in McCurtain County and southeastern parts of Oklahoma, you need to be in shelter now because you could see half-dollar size hail and potentially a tornado with that. And I mean, if you get to the closer radar, you can see this is your storm right here. Let's look at velocities. You can see this is your area of rotation right here. I'm going to circle it for you guys. This is what we're going to watch right here. This is going to be crossing up here towards Highway 50 or 259 and it might parallel it at some point as well too. So it's probably a lot of rural areas over here in this tornado warning polygon, but still, if you're in that, be in shelter. We still have an observed tornado on the ground. Like I said, I have people in the chat telling me there's a tornado on the ground in Texas. Yes, there is. It's crossing the Texas and Oklahoma border, going close to Idabel, Oklahoma. So that's something to keep in mind about. And you also have another tornado warning. This is also PDS warned, by the way. PDS tornado warning, not confirmed. It's not a confirmed PDS warning, but there is a PDS warning for a reason. If this thing does drop on the ground, it will become a large tornado and possibly even a long tracked one. So we got to really take this seriously and really keep an eye on this. This storm down here as well, it could do the same exact thing. Even though it's not PDS warned, it could do the same exact thing because it's in an environment where it could definitely produce a strong tornado today. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, confirmed tornado northeast. I'll let you know if another tornado warning is issued. Okay, yeah, thank you. I will be covering every warning today. Once like I said, once any warning that comes out, I'll be covering it. We also have another tornado warning. Actually, I think they let that one to expire, which is good. So you guys up here in Kentucky are no longer under a tornado warning. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning though, with this storm, which is a good thing. So no more tornado warnings up there, but all your storms in action is going to be happening right over here. And we're also watching a supercell thunderstorm in this area near Hot Springs, Arkansas, south or west of Little Rock, Arkansas, that needs to be watched fairly carefully here. Because you see this right here? This is your rotation right here. So you have your reds and browns going away from the radar, your greens going towards the radar, and it knows your rotation. And that's going to be moving up to the north and east like this towards Hot Springs, Arkansas. So if you're in Hot Springs, Arkansas, I'd be highly weather aware. You don't have to take your proper precautions as of right now, but you do got to be in the shelter. You definitely shouldn't be outside because you could see some quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this storm, and maybe potentially a tornado warning with this storm as well too. So we gotta really keep in mind that some of these storms, even though they're severe thunderstorm warned, they can still produce a tornado, potentially a strong tornado. And if you guys are wondering, what's the risk for today? Well, I'm glad you asked because we're gonna pull that up right now. Give me like 3 seconds to pull that on the side. Like I said, I had to get everything ready pretty fast here. But let's switch over to the second monitor. And as you can see, we have a moderate risk of significant severe weather today in these areas. God bless those people. Please take shelter now. Yes, I agree. Please take shelter if you're in those areas. We're going to get back to this here in just a moment. But we have a moderate risk today for significant severe weather. This is mainly driven by tornadoes. If I were to load this right now, look, there's a very large area of significant tornadoes is possible today from Missouri, the Blue Hill of Missouri, all the way down to near the Texarkana area where these storms are first initiating at over here in Texas. That is your big tornado risk area. They almost upgraded this to a high risk, I think, I'm pretty sure. But they didn't do it. It is probably for a reason. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to treat this like, there is a high risk. Even though there isn't, it doesn't matter if it's a high risk or not. You're going to see significant long track tornadoes today. That's all that matters. We need to get the word out to as many people as possible. So share this stream. Tell everybody that there is there's multiple tornado warnings, possibly even a tornado outbreak that might unfold here in the next coming bit here. So just get this word to as many people as possible. Just get it out and just let everybody know what's going on and why we are live on this channel today talking about, big time tornadoes and stuff. But let's go back to the main screen here. Now, like I said, you still have an observed tornado warning on the ground here. Actually, no, this is observed now. This is not PDS warned, but it's observed. They confirmed this. So a confirmed tornado is located 7 miles east of Bugatti, or 8 miles south of Clarksville, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and $half sized hail. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. So you guys are in a life-threatening situation. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northeastern Franklin and west central Bowie and northern Titus and southern Red River counties in Texas. So you guys need to get ready or get in shelter, not get ready. You need to be in shelter now because you have a confirmed tornado on the ground now. And we do have a storm chase over here, Vince Welty, but we can't view the stream because of copyright issues. But this is going to be heading right into the areas that are like Highway 412, Highway 44, Highway 82 near DeKalb, moving into the Arkansas-Oklahoma border area, in Texas border area, sorry. So we got to watch that storm out. Now let's go over here. We also have this storm over here, a radar indicated tornado with quarter-size hail. And this is for Smith, Wood, and Upshur counties in Texas here. So you guys need to be in shelter. And I think this is Brandon Kopic, if I'm not mistaken, on this storm, or Brad Arnold, one of these two. I think this is Brandon Kopic. Nope, Brad Arnold. So Brad Arnold is on this storm. He's going to be watching this one fairly carefully here. Yeah, big area of rotation. I mean, if you go down here, this is a pretty big area of rotation. That's going to be moving up to the north and east towards, crossing Highway 80, going into Holly Lake Ranch. So you guys need to be in shelter now. We have some damage reports actually over here in this area. Multiple trees down, yeah. So if you're in the Texarkana area, we just got a brand new tornado warning actually that extends into, like I said, Idabel. You're back in that again. Broken Bow, Highway 70. You're in that. A lot of areas like Eagletown, Tinner, Buck Creek Landing, Ultima Thule, I think is how you say it. Chatham, Kellam, and Oak Grove. You guys need to be in shelter now. You have a brand new tornado warning with this storm, so you gotta be in shelter. Gotta be in shelter, y'all. So we are back up to, I think, what is it, 5? Yep, we're back to 5 warnings. So if you're in this new tornado warning, seek shelter now. I'm gonna read out the counties for you guys. This is moving into Arkansas. This is for Silver County in Arkansas and McCurtain County in Oklahoma. So you got to be in shelter now. This is for the next hour and 5 minutes for this tornado warning. I think they just issued. Did they issue another one? I'm not sure if they did. I think they might have. There's another storm over here that's also been. Nope, it's been issued. McCurtain County, same county in Oklahoma. You have a tornado warning with the storm, so be in shelter now. You only have one observed tornado warning, and that's this storm down here south of Clarksville that is producing a tornado right now. Is it on the ground still? We don't know. But as the looks of it, I'm not seeing any confirmation of a tornado on the ground. But still, take this storm seriously, regardless if there's a tornado on the ground or not. Doesn't matter what it is. If there's a tornado warning, you need to respect it and take shelter. Let's go back to the Arkansas storm. We gotta watch this storm very carefully because this thing could get shaped together pretty fast. So we gotta lock in on that storm as well too. You also have storm chasers like Connor Croft and stuff up here, waiting for these storms to blow up a whole lot more over here in the moderate risk area, at least the northern parts of the moderate risk area. And we got to watch these ones carefully because these storms over here in Arkansas has the potential to produce very strong tornadoes later on. I mean, the Storm Prediction Center said EF3 plus is possible in these areas, so we gotta definitely be weather aware. Also, mesoscale discussion: maturing supercells will pose an increasing tornado threat this afternoon. Multiple supercells have developed over the last hour across northeast Texas. In the imminent vicinity of a slow-moving cold front that extends from southeast Oklahoma into central Texas. The 18Z SHV sounding is representative of an environment across the region. So we definitely have a pretty substantial threat for tornadoes today, an increasing threat for tornadoes today. Tornado warning for Sevier, Arkansas. McCurtain, Oklahoma. Yeah, got that one down. So what the Storm Prediction Center is saying is that this area right here, let me circle it, this area right over here is an increasing concern for tornadoes today, or at least as of right now, the next coming hours. These storms are going to be moving into a more favorable environment into Arkansas and will pose a much greater tornado threat as they move on, as they mature too. Not only that, you have supercells popping up in front of these storms. This is like the line of storms. This is the cold front that's pushing on through. That's going to cause more of a significant tornado threat in these areas as well too. So we gotta take notice of that. We gotta be getting ready to take shelter here, because we don't want to get hit by no big time tornado today. We don't want no towns getting hit by big time tornadoes. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope everything is okay today. I already had a couple observed tornado warnings. Don't be surprised if there's more later on. So let's go back over here. Like I said, you still have one observed tornado warning in Clarksville and southeast of Clarksville in Texas, damaging tornado and $half size tail. Like I said, this one's still reported by weather spotters, and we gotta take this seriously. So Franklin, Texas, Bowie, Titus, Red River, Texas. You guys need to all be in shelter right now. Those are the counties that are at that or in the tornado warning polygon. Gotta be in shelter, y'all. Gotta be in shelter. It's a pretty interesting looking storm over here in Idabel, Oklahoma. I'm trying to see if this is a Supercell. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely areas of rotation over here, though. Definitely some pretty big areas. Like I said, yo, I am beyond tired right now. Like I said, I came home from school. I didn't get no rest until I haven't slept since I think around 5 in the morning. So I've been up all day, y'all. But it's been really active. Like I said, I wasn't gonna skip this stream out today because it's supposed to be a significant tornado outbreak from what I'm looking at and hearing. Also, we gotta watch down here very carefully because even though this is still a pretty broad area of rotation, the the reason why I'm a little concerned is because we are far from the radar sites and it's showing rotation that like this powerful above the ground. This is like this could be thousands of feet above the ground right here, and you can still see some insane rotation with these storms. So we gotta really be on top of things. I don't know if that's a debris signature or not. I really hope not. Gotta really hope not. Because we don't need any more significant tornadoes today. Not at all. Yeah, we're down to four tornado warnings. 2 in Texas, 2 in Oklahoma, and 1 in Arkansas. Or, yeah, 1 in general, but 1 in Arkansas. Yeah, we gotta watch this one pretty carefully too, because this one definitely could try to produce a tornado here near Hot Springs. I mean, it's trying. It has a hook signature. It's basically there. Just need to get itself together pretty quickly here. Okay, yeah. But if you guys are just tuning in right now, like I said, we are undergoing a pretty significant tornado risk right now. We have moderate risk for severe weather, mainly driven by tornadoes and hail. So we're gonna be covering this live. Oh man, that is not a good sign, y'all. I just went quiet this. I was checking everything. That is not a good sign. I don't know if that's contamination or not, but that is if that's not contamination, that's a strong velocity couplet right there. So we really gotta pay attention to this near Avery and Oak Grove and Pine Springs and places near the Oklahoma-Texas border, because this could be a pretty big tornado if this is an actual velocity couplet, which it definitely could be. It definitely could be a real velocity couplet. I hope it's not. I hope it's just contamination, if I'm being honest with you. But if this is not contamination, we may have a big one on the ground here. Wait. I'm gonna say, why is it not loading? Here we go. Heptala size though, yeah, we gotta watch that storm carefully here. That could produce a pretty big tornado. Same thing down here in these areas down here in Texas as well. Definitely a big rain raft mess, by the way. You're not gonna, if you're in a tornado warning and you're trying to see a tornado, you're not gonna be able to see it. It's too rain wrapped, way too rain wrapped. Still an area of rotation near Hot Springs, Arkansas. You have damage reports now, unfortunately. Oh boy. Let's read some of these out real quick. EMS report damage to trees and power lines near the intersection of Snow's area, Arena Road, and US Highway 70. Okay, and then we have some damage report here. Report of a house destroyed on farm. It's a Market Road, 909 from local sheriff. So there definitely was a tornado on the ground. It's still on the ground here by the looks of it, which is not good at all. Confirmed tornado over Clarksville. Yeah. That's with this storm right here. That is with this storm right here. Jeez. Hopefully that doesn't produce a CC drop or anything like that, because that wouldn't be too good. I'm not seeing a CC drop, so that's the good news. Also, real quick, guys, I'm gonna go this is gonna take like literally 30 seconds. I'm gonna go dip my face into some really cold water so I can wake myself up. So I'll be right back. This will take like 30 seconds. I'm not even gonna put the be right back screen. Brand new tornado warning. We're gonna get to that here in just a moment. Give me like 3 seconds. I'm not even gonna put it back. All right, I'm back, y'all. So, like I said, I didn't take long at all. But yeah, we're gonna be live here. We have a new tornado warning over here. Wow, look at that hook signature. Let's pull up the other radar real quick. Yeah, there we go. That is a hook and a half right there. This might be a long track supercell here. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch this one carefully. This could be a long track supercell here. Tornado warning for Little River, Cheever, Arkansas, and McLaren, Oklahoma. Thank you. Yeah, keep putting that in the chat for anything that's under a tornado warning, just to get the word out. Because we definitely gotta get the word out to a lot of people here. So yeah, they just issued another brand new tornado warning. Let me put this up. Yep. Another brand new tornado warning for another observed tornado warning, actually. And Brad Arnold's in this, actually. So we're going to read this out to you guys. A brand new tornado warning. This is for Marion County, Wood County, Upshur County, Morris County, Titus County, and Camp County in Texas. So if you're in those counties that I just called out there, you need to be in shelter now. Oh, my goodness. That is not what you want to see. That might be a big one for me here. Oh yeah, we have a debris signature now. We no longer have a PDS warning, so let's get rid of that. No longer have a PDS warning, but that is a big tornado trying to develop there. If not, it is developing. So if you guys are in like Shady Grove, Texas, this is in Texas, by the way. This might be a big tornado. If you're in Shady Grove, Summerfield, Kelsey, Rosewood, Gilmer, Enon, areas near where Brandon Copic is at, near Souls Chapel, I think is how you say it. Betty, Union Hill, Bethlehem, Midway, these areas, these small towns, Pittsburgh, Spring Hill, Lone Star, Dangerfield, you guys need to be in shelter because this may be a very large tornado that might develop here. I mean, you can see it on the reflectivity on radar. That's your hook shape right there. This is where your tornado is going to be at. That's going to be moving up to the north and east just like that. This may be a pretty big tornado here. Like I said, it's observed. It's not PDS, but it's observed. And you can see a clear CC drop with this and a clear velocity couplet with this. That is not good at all. That might be a big one, y'all. So your reds are going to be going away from the radar. Your greens are going towards the radar. right in the middle of your rotation right here. And this is it's a very large area of rotation. A very dangerous area of rotation as well too. So we've really got to watch this one as carefully as possible, because this could cause a humongous tornado here in a moment. I mean, this is just that's nothing you want to see in a storm like this. So we really got to get this word out to as many people as possible, y'all. We got to get this out. And this is down here, yeah, south and west of Texarkana. So if you're in the Texarkana area, this will be coming right towards you guys. Yeah, wait, don't pre-rate in the chat. Don't pre-rate, because we don't know the rating of the tornado yet. The tornadoes are only rated by the damage they cause, not by the looks of it on like, you know, in person or radar. But we definitely do know that there is a big tornado on the ground though. There's a lot of houses over here too. There's communities over here, so we gotta get this word out. There's a lot of houses and stuff, so this thing is picking up stuff right now. Yeah, that's definitely a big one on the ground right now, doing big damage. I mean, we have a very tight area of a velocity couplet right here. That's gonna be moving up to the north and east, just like that. Rosewood, Kelsey, Summerfield, west of Gilmer maybe. Still Gilmer, I would be in your safe spots, because you are under a tornado warning. Got to be down there. This is oh man, that is not good. The velocities has increased now. So yeah, we potentially may have a very large tornado on the ground doing significant damage right now. This is not good. Yeah, the debris signature is getting deeper now. It's getting way deeper. So, jeez. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to. How many warnings are we at right now? We are at 6 warnings again. So we are at 6 tornado warnings. 6 tornado warnings with this storm. Quarter size hail still with this one, but there is definitely a large tornado down with this one. We gotta really get this word out. So if anybody lives here in like the northeastern parts of Texas, near like Lone Star, Ore City, Pittsburgh, south of Mount Pleasant, Texas. If you live south of Mount Pleasant, Texas, or the southern parts of Mount Pleasant, Texas, you guys need to be underground now, because there is potentially a large tornado on the ground doing big damage in these areas. I mean, it's a tight velocity couplet. You have a very visible debris signature with this, a CC drop on correlation coefficient, and I mean, it's just everything is there for a confirmation of a tornado, which there is a confirmation. There is a observed tornado on the ground, and this is radar indicated. So we gotta really take this seriously, because this could be a big one. I mean, you have a fairly well environment right here in this area, and we gotta take this seriously. This storm too. Don't forget about this storm as well too. Up here, this storm can easily produce a strong tornado as well, which I think that's what it might be trying to do here now over Highway 82. This may be trying to produce a strong tornado here. So we've really got to watch this, and man, this is, yeah, there's still a pretty big debris signature with this one right here. So we got to watch this one. Geez, man, yeah. I mean, just look at that velocity couplet right there. Oh my goodness, yeah, that is it's intensifying a whole lot more. That is not what you want to see at all. Yeah. You can see it on the radar scope as well too. That's a very tight area of rotation. That's increased a lot. I'm waiting for the next scan here to see what happens with this, because this is definitely a very deep debris signature with this, especially from how far the radar is. The closest radar is the Shreveport radar, and that's pretty far from the storm. So this is looking up into like higher areas. This is not like close to the ground, because the farther you are from a radar, the higher up it's gonna scan and stuff. And this is it's scanning some pretty insane velocity readings and a pretty insane debris signature. So this could be producing a pretty strong tornado here because of how far it is from the radar. You could be definitely seeing a pretty strong tornado and debris being lifted up maybe 5,000 to 10,000 feet possibly. So we really got to take this one seriously, because this could be a strong tornado. like I said, y'all, we are in a radar hole. So some of these storms, if you see debris from some of these storms, that means this is a strong tornado lifting up debris pretty high. So we gotta watch that. We still currently have around, I think it was 6 tornado warnings, and this is all in the Texas and Arkansas and Oklahoma area. They're in the state lines over here, and that's going to continue. That is going to continue for a while now. We're also watching these storms over here in Arkansas, west of like Mayflower and Little Rock, because these storms are also trying to produce tornadoes as well too, but they're not as potent as the other ones to the south and west of it, only because they are just now forming. Then let's check up here and see what's going on with these storms. These storms are also trying to do something as well too, but they're not doing much right now. For right now, that could definitely change later, but these storms are also up here that needs to be watched pretty carefully here. And the same areas that got hit the other day by the strong tornado over here, you guys are definitely going to be seeing some significant severe weather again today too. But this is going to be later on in the evening though, so just to keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm also really concerned about this storm west of Texarkana because this thing is hooking pretty well here. You have a well-defined hook echo. You have your inflow notch right here. You have your RFD kicking in from behind it. Right in here will be your tornado if there were to be one to begin with. That's going to be moving up to the north and east towards like Foreman and Winthrop. That's how you say it. Winthrop, sorry. And Horatio, I think is how you say it. Locksburg, Ben Lomond, and DeQueen. Let's go back down here to our big storm over here, because this thing is producing a pretty large tornado here. Yeah, I mean, jeez. This thing is getting a lot more intense. I hope everybody in Holly Lake Ranch has been taking shelter, because this thing is going right over the town right now. Yeah, this is your debris signature. So it's still on the ground, but it's not as present, which is a good thing on the reflectivity with this. We just actually have an update on the reflectivity. So let's see what happens here. Let's check the velocity and see if there's an update. Waiting for another update here because this is a pretty big storm right here, y'all. Okay, so now on velocities, and yep, here we go. Oops, one button. Here we go. We have a PDS tornado warning. Observe now. So this is a very dangerous situation now. We have a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. I'm going to read this out to you guys. Once again, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado is on the ground right now, located over Rosewood or 10 miles west of Gilmer, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed, and considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. So this is a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground doing significant damage right now over here in Holly Lake Ranch. This is a pretty populated area, which is not good. Like I said, I don't know if this is lifted or not, because I'm not seeing much of a debris signature anymore with this, but this was definitely producing a large and potentially strong tornado over here in Holly Lake Ranch. But I'm not seeing any signs of it being on the ground anymore, but still, this is a PDS warning. Doesn't matter. You need to be in shelter now because a significant tornado is on the ground doing significant damage. So that's all that matters right now. It's just to take shelter. So if you're in Pittsburgh, if you're in like Lone Star, and Gilmer, those are like the three biggest towns in this warning box right now. You need to be in shelter. Dangerfield, you're next. So I'd get ready because this big giant storm is coming right for you guys, and this thing could drop a tornado in a matter of time again if it wants to. Let's go back up here to this storm and see what this one is doing, because this one could do the same exact thing. Not seeing much of a rotation over here. We have Aaron J. Jack over here, I'm pretty sure, covering this storm as well. So we got, we'll have more radar information or ground information, sorry, of these storms up here, which is a good thing. We're down to 4 tornado warnings now, so let's change that. 4 tornado warnings. We have 1 PDS now, so let's change that as well too. Yeah, this thing could try to recycle again. Right over here. So Rosewood, you need to be underground. Oh my goodness, that is not the signature you want to see. Yeah, you're going to see another debris signature here. I think this thing just recycled. That is a large uptick in the velocities. That this might produce a big one again, like an even bigger one actually. That does not look good. That is a large rain wrap tornado on the ground right now. Large rain wrap tornado on the ground. So if you're on you're on Highway 271, you need to get off the highway now, west of Gilmer. This is crossing Highway 154 right now over Rosewood. Like I said, there's neighborhoods. If I zoom in on this, you can see there's houses. These like little gray areas. These are all houses right here. These are all roads. They are all taking a direct hit right now by a significant tornado. Like I said, I'm gonna read out the counties again. You have a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning, and this is for Marion, Wood, Upshur, Morris, and Titus and Camp counties in Texas. So if you are in those counties, you need to be in shelter now because it looks like a giant tornado just dropped back on the ground again, and it's probably doing giant, like big damage in these areas. I mean, if this thing isn't on the ground right now, it's about to be here in just a moment. I mean, just look at this velocity couplet. It's a very high velocities with this. So we really got to get this word out to as many people as possible and let them know that it could potentially be a strong tornado on the ground here. Update on the not reflectivity. CC drop. There is no CC drop in this area. So that's a good thing at least, but there's still probably a giant rotating wall cloud or mesocyclone with this storm right now. If there isn't a tornado on the ground, this thing is going to drop something here soon. I don't know when, but this is like I said, it's the strongest velocity couplet I've seen all day today. Yeah, it's getting even stronger. I mean, it's only a matter of time before this thing produces a strong tornado here in a moment. I mean, this is like I said, this is a very powerful area of rotation. The mesocyclone is probably spinning like crazy right now in this area, so we really, really need to like get this word out to as many people as possible here. This is not a good situation at all. Like I said, there's no debris signature from what I'm looking at anymore, but I think that's going to change here in a moment. Give this some time, maybe like a good 5 minutes, and you're probably going to see another debris signature pop up here. Man. Yeah, like I said, if you're on Highway 271, you need to get off it now near Midway. And areas from Gilmer all the way up to Pittsburgh, you guys need to get out off the highway. You just need to get out. You get out and underground. That is what you need to do right now because this is not something you want to be out in because this is probably going to be a big tornado here. I mean, I don't see anything stopping this anytime soon. I mean, this is the only supercell in this area. Only lone supercell. These storms are probably not going to do much to it. It's probably going to absorb those storms like it's nothing. So it's really nothing stopping this storm besides this storm up here. But this is all by itself as well, too. These storms are combining into one big supercell, or at least these two storms. So as they move further into the moderate risk area, they're going to pose a big threat for significant tornadoes here. So we really got to watch this, especially this storm right here, because this is, like I said, a PDS warning. This is a particularly dangerous situation. This could be producing a large and considerable tornado here right now. So we gotta be weather aware. Gotta be aware of this. We gotta be underground. Let's check back up here with these storms as well, because like I said, I don't want to forget about these storms up here near like Foreman and Winthrop and stuff like that in here in Oklahoma. I'm not seeing much of a huge velocity couplet, but it's definitely, capable of producing a strong tornado here. Any of these storms today are capable of producing a strong tornado here. Doesn't matter what storm it is or how it looks. This thing could, easily cycle back up and produce something big. So we've really got to take this like very seriously here. Let's go back down here to our PDS warning. And let me see if we got an update on this yet. I think we did get an update on this on velocities. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we did get an update. Brad Arnold's actually shooting up to the north and east. He's probably trying to get ahead of this storm because of how significant it is. He's probably going to be on this for a while. This is going to be probably a long track supercell. We're probably going to track this for a while. So yeah, just let y'all know now. Let me move this over here. Welcome to the chat, by the way. If you guys are new, welcome to the stream. Subscribe to the channel. If you can, and just share this to as many people as possible because you gotta get the information out. Jeez, though. Big time tornadoes on the ground. Or tornado. We also have damage reports over here. Reports of a tree on a house. Yeah, that's already big damage. Multiple trees down. There's already been multiple trees and stuff destroyed already. I'm gonna need a bottle of water here in a moment because my mouth is starting to get dry. Wow, 7 likes on this video already. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, still PDS warn. Like I said, I'm not seeing a debris signature with this, so, but at the same time, I don't know 100% because this is really far from the radar. We just got an update now on the reflectivity. I mean, this storm is packing a huge punch right now. This thing is like massive supercell. Jeez, yeah, look at that. It literally is the only of the matter of time where this thing could possibly produce a strong tornado here. Like this thing is it is trying. I bet the sirens are going off in those areas. Yeah, they probably are. They probably are. I wouldn't be surprised either. Still not seeing a debris signature, but man, this thing is, if it's not producing one already right now, it is going to. Like this thing is rotating like a top right now. Very large and healthy supercell. Still a PDS tornado warning. If you guys don't know what PDS stands for, it stands for a particularly dangerous situation. That's what it stands for. Let's jump back up here with these storms. How many warnings do we have? We have 4 warnings still. Still not seeing a huge rotating thunderstorm or huge rotating mesocyclone with this storm. Not as much as the other one down to the south. The other one down to the south is way more potent than this one up here. As of right now, that can change, of course. With a day like what we have today, it can definitely change fairly quickly here, and we could definitely see another strong tornado drop down on the ground here. So either way, we gotta take these storms seriously. But my main focus, I'm hyper focused on this storm specifically, because this storm is looking like a very, very threatening situation for these areas. I'm just waiting for the next updates here. I'm just anxious to see what's going on with this storm because this storm is just packing right now. I mean, like I said, look at these velocities. If you guys are new here, this is greens going towards the radar and your reds and yellows going away. Right in the middle is your rotation. This is your rotation right here. It's pretty broad, but it's probably going to tighten back up here very soon because this already produced a strong tornado. This could produce another one here in a moment. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. You need to be in shelter regardless of if it produces or not. You need to be in shelter because this storm is packing a punch right now in terms of hail, winds, and even a ton of lightning with this. So we really got to like just be indoors and just heed the warnings. Next update, we are, yeah, I mean, this is trying to tighten up again. Yeah, this is definitely trying to tighten up again. Let me check the velocities on here. Yeah, it's trying. It's really trying. I mean, it's intensifying. The storm is intensifying for sure. I'm pretty sure that was a debris signature right there, but I don't know. I'm not 100%. It's still saying it's a considerable damage threat tag with this. They're still saying it's on the ground. So if they're still saying it's on the ground, then I'm gonna believe it. It's on the ground. If I'm being honest with y'all, because this is looking like a powerful tornado right now. Let's go back up here in these areas. Let's look at the Fort Smith, Arkansas radar. All right, nothing too interesting in that radar. Nothing crazy here. Yeah, a little bit of rotation picking up over here. Let me check this storm. Yeah, these little storms right here, you've got to watch them carefully too. But honestly, if I had to say so, the areas we got to watch carefully today is probably going to be down here in this area. Because you have storms firing up over here, and you have these isolated supercells that are popping up and that are going to be moving into the air. They're already producing tornadoes, so I can only imagine what they could do later on in the moderate risk area. Like I said, this is a lot of clearing has happened, I'm pretty sure, in this area. So the sun came out at some point, and it destabilized the atmosphere, and we're probably going to see some significant tornadoes because of it. So don't be surprised. jeez. Like I said, I'm sorry for not reading chat that much, by the way, too. I'm just trying to lock in. All right. We also have a Mesoskal discussion, by the way. Oh, this is the same Mesoskal discussion. Sorry about that. We can actually pull up the tornado watch here if you guys want to see that real quick. I can pull this up for you guys. Show you guys what's going on right now with the tornado watch. Give me like 3 seconds. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this is the current tornado watch in these areas right now. High risk or high for tornadoes is high risk for tornadoes. EF2 plus tornadoes is moderate, so that's still relatively decent and decently high for tornadoes today. Severe wind is moderate. 65 knots plus wind is also high, or not high, but moderate. All hail hazards is high today. So big hail is the most likely thing. It says several tornadoes and a couple intense tornadoes likely. Not possible, likely. So they are expecting, or not expecting, but it's likely that they're going to see this area that's under this tornado watch right now is going to see several or multiple or a couple of intense tornadoes. So that's the wording, a couple. So we gotta be aware of that. Switch back to the main radar, but yeah, a couple of tornadoes is possible. Strong ones, maybe even intense. And I think that's what's going on here right now. Look at that hook, y'all. Oh man, that is eating up a lot of inflow. It is trying right now. I mean, you can see it. The hook signature on this thing is just nuts. Look at that. That is a classic superstar right in here. Big rotating thunderstorm. You have your inflow coming into it. Into your inflow notch, kind of. You have your RFD kicking in behind it. This is what's creating your counterclockwise rotation. Right in here. This is where your tornado is going to be at. See where I just did these arrows at? This is your counterclockwise rotation right in here. Moving up to the north and east. So Lone Star, Dangerfield, and south of Pittsburgh. Even though this is going to the south of Pittsburgh, it could definitely change its direction. So we still need to be in shelter in Pittsburgh, because if this thing does drop a tornado, we don't know what it can do. It can go left, right, up, down. It can go anywhere. It can go anywhere at once, and it is likely it's going to produce a tornado here. Yeah, this is, jeez. I'm just waiting for it to just drop at this point, because this thing is just showing off right now. One of the scarier velocity couples I've seen by far in a while. Yeah, Brad Arnold is like right next to it, by the way. So if there is a tornado on the ground, he is going to be able to see it. We can't view a stream only because of copyright issues and stuff like that, but he is going to be right next to it. So we'll see what happens there. He could probably confirm to us if there's a tornado on the ground or not, which I'm actually going to check Twitter and see if there is confirmation by people. I've seen a lot of tweets about the large tornado that happened earlier that I wasn't here for. That was insane. Ah, man. Yeah, this thing is tightening back up again. I think it's tightening. You may have the first signs of a debris signature. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what Brandon is seeing. I'm actually going to pull up his stream on my phone so I can watch it from there and see what he's seeing. Or Brad. Sorry, not Brandon. Brad Arnold. I'm going to pull up Brad Arnold's stream real quick. Because, yeah, he's like right in here near Bethlehem. That is not good at all. This thing is a massive tornado might be on the ground here. Oh, yeah. Watching the stream right now, it is literally just a giant rotating wall cloud right now. This thing is going to produce. This thing is going to produce a tornado. This is going to produce a tornado here. So, all right, like I said, I'm going to go over a run here again. Just tell you guys. So, Concord, this is right above you guys. Lone Pine, Lafayette, Holly Springs, Center Point. Ebenezer, I think I say, Crossroads, south of Pittsburgh, Highway 271 needs to be underground, Lone Star, Cedar Springs, Rock Island, even into like Dangerville. This storm it's going to drop a tornado here. It's going to drop one. That's why they're keeping the PDS tag, because this thing is just looking more concerning by the minute. But, I mean, it is trying its hardest. This is a large area of rotation right here. But, yeah, Brad is on it. He's, like, right, almost in it, actually. Wow. Yeah, that thing is, like, he's way too close to this thing. Look at that hook, y'all. Big hook right here. That's a terrible arrow, but you guys know what I'm trying to point out here. Boom, look at that. Your inflow notch start to clear up a lot more. It's starting to get that more better of a shape of the supercell thunderstorm. It's getting itself together, which is not a good thing at all. I'm gonna watch these storms too. Let me see what's going on here with these. Like I said, these are definitely like not strong yet. Like they're strong storms, they're severe warn, but they're not as potent or significant as these storms down here right now. Like I said, I feel like these storms are going to be the main problem of the day. It's probably going to be these storms because they're probably going to be long tracked. Let's see here. It looks like the rotation actually might be dying, which is good. But at the same time, I'm not sure. There could be a contamination as well. We'll see what happens with this, but this is definitely looking like a very strong storm for a lot of these areas. Still, be in your shelter, regardless whether it's on the ground or not, because this thing, I mean, it's packing a lot of winds. You can see there's like a lot of RFD, which stands for rare flank and downdraft, that's happening while I'm watching the stream. Like I said, if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at my phone down there, watching Brad Arnold's stream, because he's like right here. This is Brad Arnold, by the way. I'm gonna circle. This is Brad Arnold right here. He's literally right in the exact path of this tornado right now, or potentially tornado. And it's not looking like there's a tornado down with this, but there's a lot of strong winds and hail with this storm. So we really got to take note that this is still packing a punch, whether there's a tornado on the ground or not. But he is in the area of concern right now, and it is looking pretty powerful here. So we got to take note of that this thing is still packing a huge punch right now in these areas. And I can't show a stream to the my stream because, like I said, you know, he doesn't allow it. No Storm Chaser allows it, actually. Unless you ask permission. All right, new radar update. Still a very, very well-defined area of rotation right here. Jeez, that is a nasty storm right there, y'all. If you guys are just tuning in right now, we have a huge supercell thunderstorm trying to produce a strong tornado here. If it's not doing it already. Not seeing, like I said, I'm still not seeing a debris signature with this thing yet. Big time tornado trying to develop here. I don't know if there's a velocity update yet. Let me check on here. Yeah, not seeing a velocity update or bigger couplet yet. It's trying though. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can go on for a little bit here, going live. Cause like I said, I'm tired, y'all. It's been what, a good couple of days, and I've been live talking about crazy storms and tornadoes and stuff. I've already been live for an hour. Very strong storm though. Very strong storm. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in right now, we have a PDS tornado warning, a considerable damage threat tag with this. And we're watching this like we're watching this like a hawk right now, number one, because this storm has the greatest potential right now to produce a strong long track tornado today. And I mean, it's a almost perfect supercell. I mean, just look at this. It's almost a perfect supercell besides the storms, coming in from the bottom over here and possibly messing with it. And it has a lot of inflow and stuff to work with here once it goes up to the north and east. So this thing has a lot to work with here. So this definitely could produce a strong tornado here at any moment in time. So we really got to lock in and watch this carefully. Like I said, I'm watching this like a hawk right now. This thing is definitely trying to do something. Yeah, because your velocity is starting to pick back up again. So this thing's starting to, get more motion. So it's only a matter of time before this thing actually does get more motion and produce a tornado here. Got a little bit more of a inflow notch trying to open up at least. So we've really got to get ready for this. And just real quick, just to show you guys what's going to happen in the next, model runs. We have a new tornado warning, by the way. We're at 5 now. So let's change that. We're at 5 tornado warnings. These are the model ones here, yeah. So they're still, like I said, they're not issuing tornado warnings and stuff. Let me yeah, so it's showing later. It's supposed to be really active later. Like I said, I'm definitely not gonna be live all the entire duration of this for sure. But I'll be live for a lot of it. And tomorrow as well, I'll be live. Because it's looking pretty active around the entire US here. Yeah, geez. It's going to be active a couple days here. Let's go back down to the storm and check it out. We have a donut hole now formed. Yeah, man, this thing is trying. I mean, look at this. You have a donut hole. It is rain wrapped like crazy. Yeah, big time storm. Still a little bit of a donut hole here. Yeah, oh boy. We're watching these storms now here too, because these storms are now starting to get, yeah, look at that. There's another significant area of rotation right there. I'm going to watch that carefully. These little storms right here could definitely produce a strong tornado here. Strong long tracks one. That's exactly why the National Weather Service issued that tornado warning, because these storms are looking a little iffy. We're also waiting for that lower level jet to kick up as well, because I think once that kicks up, I think that's when things are going to start to take off even more here. So we'll we'll see what happens. But we are currently at 5 tornado warnings now. Still 1 PDS warned. Waiting to see what happens. Ton of lightning with these storms too, by the way, like a ton of it. Not seeing the debris center with these storms yet, but these storms are definitely trying to get that shape. They got the rotation. They're definitely trying to get that shape. I mean, these are mini supercells. Look at this, y'all. They're mini storms. They're not even fully developed storms, and they're already rotating like a top right now. Like what? That's actually wild to me that these storms are just already forming and rotating like it's nothing. And then you have this crazy show of a storm over here. That's also trying to produce a ginormous tornado here. I mean, this is insane. But if you guys are just tuning in right now, we do have one single PDS tornado warning. And this is for areas near Lone Star and Pittsburgh. So if you guys are in between those towns, this is where the rotating area is going to go over. It's going to go over the areas that are in between both Lone Star and Pittsburgh. This area right here. So right in between there, and maybe cause some wind damage, possibly, maybe even tornado damage, depending on if this thing is on the ground or not. Because we don't know 100% of the time. This thing could briefly drop on the ground and lift up very quickly, and the radar won't even notice it. So we gotta like really lock in and just see, or just warn people in general about the storm coming in through. So as the storm goes through, I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick because my mouth is getting dry already. As I'm sitting here talking, this like a bunch of tongue twisters and stuff. I'm gonna get a water real quick, y'all. Be right back. Like I said, I'll take like 30 seconds to get a water. Be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. All right, Brandon is on the storm. Looks like the storm is turning into a linear threat. Yeah. So, all right. I think what's going on here, this is still PDS warn, so still be in your shelter. But I think this storm is definitely becoming more of a linear threat. So we gotta keep that in mind as well. We do have a brand new tornado warning actually. So yeah, we're now up to 6 tornado warnings. Brand new tornado warning. This is moving into Arkansas now. So if you're in Arkansas, this is what we're on about. This is why this moderate risk has been issued. My goodness, look at this storm right here. A lot of these storms are going to be rotating. They're going to be looking a little crazy. They're going to be looking concerning. So we gotta really lock into some areas and just keep watch, because man, some of these storms look absolutely nuts. That's why they issued a tornado warning. So let's read out the counties for this one. So there's a new tornado warning for Sevier and Howard and McCurtain counties, and Oklahoma and Arkansas. So if you're in those counties, you need to be in shelter right now, because there is a tornado warning, and we have another new tornado warning now just issued again. This is a pretty big one too. This is for Little River County, Hempstead County, Sevier County, Howard County, and East Central McCarran County, or McCurtain County. Sorry. You guys are under a tornado warning. This is a pretty big tornado warning north of Texarkana. So we really gotta be careful with this one, because this is a pretty large warning here. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of a huge significant tornado threat with this anymore. Definitely an area of rotation still in this area right here. As you can see, next, or yeah, like west of Lone Star. That's definitely still the area we got to watch carefully, but it's not as potent. Yeah, it looks like it's falling apart now, because we just got the next scan. This thing is starting to fall apart a whole lot more. It's very broad now, so they're probably going to downgrade this. We have 6 minutes left of this PDS warning, so they're probably going to downgrade this and maybe issue a regular tornado warning just in case this does spin back up again. But I think I'm seeing more of a linear threat now, or a damaging wind threat with this storm right here. These storms up here, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, we have the closest radar is the Little Rock or the Fort Smith radar, but honestly, those ones are just really far away. So the only thing we can really see is just these areas of rotation right in here. You have multiple areas of rotation, so we can definitely watch that. This is a terrible radar whole site, by the way. I mean, look at that. You have 3 radars up here and then 3 radars down here, and it's literally just nothing over here. We need a radar over here or something, because this area has the worst radar coverage by far. I'm not seeing much. I mean, I'm definitely seeing rotation, but nothing too significant. I'm not seeing a debris signature either with any of these. But still, take your proper precautions if you're in this tornado warnings, or tornado warnings. Sorry, sorry about that. Tornado warnings here. There's a cluster of severe thunderstorms or supercells that's producing tornado warnings right now. We have another tornado warning actually all the way up here near these cameras. Actually, let's go up here. This is for Maynard, north of Pocahontas. You have a tornado warning up here. Let's read these counties out. So, new tornado warning for Randolph County in Arkansas. And we actually have a live camera that we can use here, so let's pull that up. In Missouri, it's probably not going to go towards that live camera, but we're going to put that right there, just in case you might need it. Depending on the track on it, it may go towards the live camera. Yeah, it may or may not. This is going to go close to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. We'll see what happens with that one. But we are now up to 8 warnings now. Highest of the day so far. 8 tornado warnings. EMS reports damage to trees and power lines near intersection of Snows area, or arena, sorry, a road in US Highway 70. Okay. So there's definitely damage from these storms. Still got that PDS warning up here. What I think this storm might be trying to do, it might be trying to recycle here. So we gotta watch that because there's another new hook echo and an inflow notch right in here. See that? This is where your inflow's gonna be feeding in. This is where the storm feeds off the environment here, and this is your RFD kicking in from behind. Right here, you can have your tornado here. Maybe a new area of rotation that possibly could be the case here, and I think that's what's happening, which is not good. They might issue a brand new tornado warning just because of that. There is an area right here next to Lone Star that could potentially spark up another new area of rotation. And I think that's what's happening because before the old rotation was inside the storm. Now, yeah, look at that. A much more clear inflow notch is starting to form with this. And this may lead it to produce another tornado here in the coming, next 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes maybe. So give this storm some time and this thing definitely could drop a pretty significant tornado here. Yeah. I think that's what it's doing. We just got another velocity scan right here, and this is definitely starting to uptick a lot more. So we gotta keep in mind here that this could definitely produce another strong tornado like it did before. Still PDS warned. They probably gonna downgrade this because there is no confirmation of one on the ground as of right now. But still, take your proper precautions regardless of if this is PDS or not. You're still under a tornado warning. That still means you're in danger and you are in a life-threatening situation. So you need to get in the ground. But, I mean, this is definitely a concerning situation unfolding right now near Lone Star because you have your inflow notch right here, RFD, and, I mean, you have counterclockwise rotation. That is what's causing your counterclockwise rotation, and that's what's probably going to cause your significant tornado here in the next coming bit. Let's hope it doesn't do that, but, I mean, just by the looks of it, it might be recycling. So we got to watch this storm very, very carefully here. We have another tornado warning. This is next to Conway, Arkansas. Wow. So if you're in the western parts of Conway, Arkansas, you guys are literally in a tornado warning. I mean, I can't see much rotation, but I can see why they issued a tornado warning with this. Because look at this signature on this thing. Come on, look, some of these storms look nuts right now. You have 3 areas of rotation I'm watching too. Let's read these counties out to you guys real quick. This is for Stone, Stacey, and Van Buren County in Arkansas. So you guys gotta be in shelter if you're in those counties up here. Let's go down to this storm, and this storm, the counties that are in this storm and this tornado warning is for Van Buren and central Conway counties. So Conway County, you guys are under a tornado warning, and almost the entire, not the entire state, but the all of western portions of Conway, Arkansas, you guys are under a tornado warning. So if you live in Conway, Arkansas, you guys, I'd say just get in shelter if you live near Conway, Arkansas, especially if you're in the western parts, because this thing is it's not a huge storm, so it's not a big widespread, big giant supercell hailstorm, tornado maker, anything like that right now. But that could definitely change because these storms can blow up fairly quickly here. I mean, look at this. This thing went from nothing to something. There it is right there. So it's trying. And we were up to 7 tornado warnings now. Wow, they issued another PDS tornado warning. So let's sound the alarms again. Another PDS tornado warning has been issued now. So we're going to keep this warning up. Observed, by the way, too. This thing is on the ground, apparently, from what I'm hearing. Yeah, wow, okay. This actually might be picking back up in steam. I think there's still there might be another giant tornado on the ground. Vince Welty is actually in the path of this. Same thing with Aaron J-Jack. So I'm probably going to, I'm going to pull up the streams on my phone so I can see if I see anything. But we have another PDS tornado warning with this now, and this is definitely becoming a concerning situation because this thing recycled. It's definitely recycled, and it's probably going to produce a strong tornado here in the next coming bit. So we got to really take this seriously here that we have a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning unfolding right now in these areas. Let me look up Vince Welty because I know he's live. Watch him on stream. Yep, there he is. Trying to see if I can see him here. I actually can see him. Yeah, wow, that is a huge rotating thunderstorm right there. We're going to watch him. We're going to see what's going on with this because this looks like it's a pretty big time tornado possibly that is trying to form here. I mean, you're having, this is your inflow, this orange and yellow area right here. This is your inflow feeding into the storm, right? And your RFD is the green surging around it. So that's what's creating your counterclockwise rotation. And that's why you're getting more of a significant area of rotation now, is because of how this storm is, you know, it's feeding right now. It's literally feeding. It's getting all its energy right now. That's why it's starting to recycle again and get another hook, because it's probably going to produce another tornado here in a moment. So we still have another observed tornado warning for the next 60 minutes here. You still have multiple tornado warnings near Conway, Arkansas, north of Conway, Arkansas as well too. Yeah, this storm on Vince Welty's stream is just very ominous. Very ominous storm here. Wow, that is a supercell and a half right there if you ask me. An eerie glow right there. I can't, like I said, I can't show anything on the stream because of copyright issues, but and if I were to show you guys what it looks like right now, it looks nuts. We gotta watch this storm right here too, because this storm could try to produce a strong tornado here as well. Starting to get an area of rotation. So we definitely got to watch that. Let's go back down into our PDS storm, their Lone Star. Hopefully you guys in Lone Star has been taking shelter, because like I said, I've been warning you guys for a while now to take shelter, and the storm's now right above you. Like, if there were to be a tornado on the ground, it would be right above Lone Star, and I think that's going to be the play here. Yeah, this is probably going to produce. That's not a good signal. It's not debris. Wow, cloud to ground lightning on Vince's stream. But I think this thing is going to drop here. I think it's going to drop. Because we did have an uptick in velocities. I mean, yeah, it's gotten tighter. It's shrunk. I mean, this area is where your tornado will be at. So if there were to be a tornado on the ground, Vince and Aaron J-Jack will see this right here, right now, near House Springs, south of Dangerfield. So if you're south of Dangerfield, in Lone Star, in House Springs, I think that's how you say it, you guys should be in shelter right now, because I think this is about to produce a big-time tornado here. And it's going to do significant damage, possibly, if this does produce a big tornado here. If it hasn't already. It's still saying there's an observed tornado on the ground. So, I'm going to take this like there is an observed tornado on the ground, which there probably is, if I'm being honest. Let's be honest here. This thing has been looking crazy for a while. So, we don't know if there is one on the ground for sure. But I think the National Weather Service are being very, very, very cautious and saying that there is a tornado on the ground to warn people that they need to get indoors. And by the looks of it on Vince's stream, I mean, you can see a wall cloud. I think that's a funnel. I think that's the funnel I'm looking at on the stream right now. So this thing is definitely about to produce again. Like, it wants to produce. This thing wants to produce right now. All right, turning around here. Still considerable damage to attack with that one. We have another tornado warning over here. So let's watch this one now. Yeah, we're just having multiple tornado warnings up here in northern Arkansas. Back up to 8 warnings again. 8 tornado warnings now. If you guys are just tuning in right now, we have a moderate risk of severe weather, and we have 8 tornado warnings right now and 1 PDS. PDS stands for particularly dangerous situation. That's for this storm this far south down here. That means there is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground, likely in these areas. Just by the looks of it, like I said, I'm not seeing, I mean, there's definitely an area of rotation, but I'm not seeing a debris signature yet. Like I said, that could change fairly quickly here. This storm is trying its hardest to produce a tornado right now. I don't think it's succeeding as of right now, according to the radar, but we never know. Like I said, this could be on the ground and it just could not be picking up anything, and we can't see it on radar. So we'll see what happens with this, but this is right now producing or trying to produce a strong tornado here. All right, I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna put my radar actually up here with these storms in Arkansas, so I can check these ones out on radar scoped. These storms look quite interesting on radar scoped. Yeah. They're all rotating. Every last one of them. Yeah, that is a big time mesocyclone with that. Waiting for the next update here. See what's going on. That could be something. I'm not sure. We'll see the next velocity update here in a moment. But this could be it right here. I mean, you can see the shape. This could be it right in here. See where my circle's at? That could be it right in here. Yeah. There's got to be a tornado on the ground with that. There's got to be. Wow. That is a strong area of rotation. This thing is tightening up fairly quickly here. Let's check back on the storms up here to the north. Yeah, these storms are going pretty close to the cameras here, so got a lot of lightning. Let me do that real quick. So the closest camera that may get hit by this storm is this camera right here. I don't know what it's very humid and very foggy. I think it's because of the dew points. But Jesus, this is near Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and you can just see how insane it looks right now. Jeez, very moist up there. That's not a good thing either, by the way. That's a pretty bad thing because the more moist it is, the more energy the storms have to work with and stuff like that. Also, this storm up here in Arkansas is definitely getting that velocity couplet area together. So we're gonna have to watch that very carefully here because this thing could try to produce a tornado here, strong one too. Let's go back down here to the PDS warning. The storm that's still trying its hardest to produce right now. Man, it is trying its hardest right now. Jeez. My goodness, look at that rotation area. You can't tell me that at least a small tornado is forming with that right now. If you're in Whole Springs, you should be in shelter. Like I said, I've been calling this town off a little bit now. You should be in shelter right now if you aren't already, because this thing that's a potent velocity couplet right there. I mean, this is a very tight velocity couplet right in here. This is definitely producing something. There's no way it isn't. And whatever it's producing, it's rain wrapped. You're not going to be able to see it. I think that's what Vince is trying to do. He's trying to get a visual on it, but I don't think he even can because it's too dark. It's too much rain around it too. This is definitely about to produce something. This might be a debris signature, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that could be a debris signature. Who is this? Project Weather. Oh wow, he's putting a drone down. He's putting a probe down, actually. I don't know if it's a drone or a probe.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, this is Vince. I didn't mean to eavesdrop there, but like, wow. Like I said, I thought that was somebody else. That's Vince's probe. Holy. So Vince is placing a probe down in the middle of this because he thinks that this is going to be on the ground. Yeah, that's Vince. He might get an interception here. A pretty good one, too. Because this definitely might be on the ground here. Yeah, this thing's rotating like a top right now. And this might be your debris signature. Yeah. That's down. That's down for sure. There's no way that's not down. That's a debris signature. Yeah, that's a debris signature. So Vince may get a pretty good intercept here by a tornado. That looks like it's coming right towards him, or to right towards where he put his probe at. Yeah. He's putting his probe down over, and he's going to probably have to put it over here in this area because that's where it's tracking at. Yeah, actually, no, he's in a perfect spot. Yeah, he's in a perfect spot. It is heading right towards where his camera is at. Like I said, if you guys are just tuning in right now, this storm is PDS warned, by the way. Like, this storm's PDS warned, and Vince is placing down a probe right here. I'm not seeing the debris signature anymore, but I'm pretty sure that was down. At least briefly. Yeah, he just placed his probe down for good. He gotta get out of there now. Because I know that wind's gonna be kicking pretty hard here. Yeah, he's in the tornado right now. There's no way. Like, where he's at, he's getting like very strong winds right now. Wow. That is some strong winds. Hopefully he's alright. Jeez, that is some strong winds. It's got to be 60-mile-per-hour winds right there. Yeah, the lights are moving. Wow. It's got to be 60 miles per hour right there. He better get out of there. This is not. This is some very strong winds. Not saying no longer a tornado anymore. Zone. He's right outside of it. This is Vince Welty's probe, and this is his. This is himself in a car. I think we have another new tornado warning. Yep. Brand new tornado warning. This is for western Arkansas. Area of rotation right here. This is for Logan County, Scott County in Arkansas. So you guys need to be in shelter now. You have new tornado warning. It's going to move up due north, up to the north, and into Arkansas. Down back to 7. Yeah, it's not producing a strong tornado anymore, but it's definitely trying. Guys, I'm also trying my hardest. I'm not feeling good right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm feeling a little nauseous, So, yeah, that is. It's trying to wrap back up again though. We'll see what happens. I'm watching him in his probe right now, and this is like, it's right there. But yeah, sorry if I like look a mess or sound a mess or anything like that. I'm not feeling too well right now. Hopefully I can go for a while. like I said, we'll stick around for a little bit. We've been live for an hour and 42 minutes. We'll try to stick around for like 2 hours if we can, because I really am not feeling too well. Like I said, we have a PDS warning. I'm trying to help out as much as possible, but if I keep stuttering on my words and stuff, then I might have to chill out here. Because I mean, I've been going live for a while for the past couple of days. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. I didn't get much sleep, so we gotta lock in and stuff. Looks like there's another area of rotation trying to poop back up again, but that's inside the hook echo, so I don't know what's going on with that one. Still PDS warm, by the way, but it's quite interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, some of these areas are some of these areas need to be watched carefully. These two storms are starting to get clustered up together, which is a good thing. That means it's posing less of a significant tornado threat, but these storms up here are trying to do something here. Not liking it. Gotta watch those. Yeah, I don't know if this storm's trying to recycle or not. Yeah, maybe trying to recycle again. Whew. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna lie. Yeah, all right. It's radar indicated. It's no longer on the PDS warning anymore, so we can take the PDS warning away. Six warnings now. Yeah, no longer PDS, so we have 0 PDS warnings now, which is good news. No more PDS warnings. We still have 6 other tornado warnings though. Nothing over here. Okay, yeah. They're all in the same area. All these are just new storms that are popping up that needs to be watched fairly carefully, and then the bigger ones are down to the south and west. Those are the ones that was producing the PDS warnings earlier. But now that they're turning into more of a wind threat, that now they're not going to have enough time to produce any more, I guess, significant tornadoes, maybe, hopefully. There's still a little bit of a rotating area over here that can still definitely try to produce a tornado in the future, but honestly, I don't know what it's going to do because it's a pretty big line of storms that's going to form here, so we'll see what happens. Brand new tornado warning, by the way. Let's go up here and read this for you guys. Mountain View, Goin, I don't know how to say that town name, Shirley and Fairfield Bay. So if you guys are in those towns, need to be in shelter right now. Pretty big area of rotation. This is for Izard County, Van Buren County, Cleburne County, and Baxter counties. So if you are in those counties right there, you need to be underground right now. Lowest part of the building with like a bathroom or a closet with no windows or no outside walls, and put as many stuff between you as possible to protect yourself from flying debris and stuff. In case there is a tornado on the ground doing big damage, you need to be ready and you need to be prepared, because if you're not prepared, you will definitely get hurt, and we don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm struggling right now. I do not feel good. I'm at the end stream early today, y'all. Well, we'll check on this last couple scans right here and see what happens. I mean, I'm not feeling good, y'all. It's unfortunate that I have to end stream early, maybe because of not how I'm feeling, but like, I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling good. But if you guys are just tuning in right now, like I said, I started the stream an hour and 48 minutes ago. I was gonna try to go all the way through until like the end of it, but I don't know if I can, because like I said, I feel pretty sick right now, unfortunately, and I'm trying to go all the way through because I do want to do severe weather live coverage with you guys and help you guys get information and stuff, and tell you guys to get to your safe spots in case tornadoes want to spawn out of nowhere and stuff like that. I don't know if I can. I don't know how long I can last for because I'm like really not feeling good right now. If I do end it, I'm gonna call out all the counties again. So let's start reading out these new warning counties. So Izard, Van Buren, Claiborne, and Baxter counties, you need to be underground now. You have a tornado warning in that area. So let's go over here to western side of Arkansas. Let's talk about this area. So the tornado warning is for Logan and Scott counties in Arkansas. So you need to be in your safe spots right now. If you're in Logan or Scott County, Arkansas, go down here. This is for, let's see, this is for Little River, Hempstead, and Sevier and Howard counties. So if you guys are in those counties down there, you need to be in shelter now because you could see a tornado down there potentially soon. And then this storm down here that's been the troublemaker so far of the day is this is for Cass, Morris counties, and in Bowie counties. You need to be underground now in those counties because like I said, this storm has a history of producing a strong tornado, so it could do it again if it really could. And I think that's what it's trying to do. The storm has been trying for a good minute now to produce a strong tornado. So we'll see what happens with this. I don't know if it is going to produce something, but we'll see what happens. And like I said, this outbreak is just getting started, and it's probably not going to end for a while. Yeah, my eyes is burning, y'all. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to end stream because it's burning, y'all. So I apologize if I end stream here, which I probably am. Like I said, I counted out the counties. We are at, I think, 6 tornado warnings still. Yeah, 6 tornado warnings. We had 3 PDSs already today. We have multiple confirmed ones. We're probably gonna have a lot more later, but I don't know if I can go that far, y'all. I'm not feeling good. So I'll see if I can have a video up tomorrow if I'm feeling better, or maybe a video tonight. It depends on how I feel. But yeah, I gotta rest, y'all. I think it's because I need to rest. I just need to rest my eyes because my eyes has not been good lately because I've been looking at monitor screens for a while. But yeah, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. I apologize for the really short stream. I apologize for not